Any real horror story experience? I was born and raised in the Philippines until I was 11, and then my family moved to Canada. Living in Canada, I kind of left all the ghost stories and paranormal stuff behind. It's not really something we take seriously here. But after being in Canada for 7 years, my mom decided to take my siblings and me back to the Philippines for a vacation. Even though I left when I was young, I stayed in touch with some childhood friends who still live there. Many of them have families now, so instead of going out, I invited them to come over to our house for lunch or dinner. Our family house in the Philippines has always been known as the haunted house in the neighborhood. But since I didn't really believe in that stuff anymore, I never gave it much thought. I'd spend hours alone in the house and never felt anything weird. One of my closest friends, who had recently given birth, agreed to visit, and since I'm her baby's godmother, I asked her to bring her baby along too. I told my grandma that my friend was coming over, and she offered to go to the market to buy something special to cook for us. I decided to stay home so my friend wouldn't have to wait outside with her baby, especially since it was just my grandma and me at the house. My siblings had other plans. My friend arrived about 10 minutes after my grandma left, and her baby was asleep in her arms. I told her she could put him in one of the rooms so he wouldn't be disturbed while we caught up. Once the baby was settled, we went back to the living room to chat. As soon as she sat down, though, she stood right back up, her eyes locked on the kitchen. Our house isn't that big. When you're in the living room, you can see straight into the kitchen and dining area. She said, "I'm going to go say hi to your grandma and introduce myself." I told her, "Sure, once she gets back from the market." She looked at me confused and asked, "Isn't that your grandma in the kitchen right now?" Every hair on my body stood on end. I laughed nervously, thinking she was messing with me. "That's impossible," I said. "She just left to buy food." My friend's expression changed, and she asked, "Then who's the woman with short hair wearing a white Daster house dress, standing in your kitchen?" My grandma has short hair, but she hasn't seen my friend for a very long time. I felt a chill run down my spine. I shook my head and told her, "My grandma is wearing a blue Daster today, and I've been here alone." We both cautiously went to check the kitchen, but no one was there. Just as we were trying to make sense of what she saw, we heard her baby crying from the room where we had left him. He had finally woken up. We decided not to dwell on it, brushed it off, and focused on the baby instead. But honestly, that moment has stayed with me ever since.